If you say these two words, you can get any woman you want. Most men have trouble with women not because they don't look good, money or status, but because they can't show confidence. They pause, they try to please others, and worst of all, they seem weak. Women can smell weakness from a mile away, but here's the harsh truth. Women are attracted to people based on how they see them. There are two simple words that can change how women see you right away, turning you from just another guy to someone she can't ignore. No, these aren't cheesy pickup lines or psychological tricks. This is real power that comes from the way men have always demanded respect without having to beg for it, from emperors to warriors. People, even the great Stoic philosophers, knew that how you act, the words you use, and your convictions affect how people react to you. Today I'm going to show you how to use these two words to change how you deal with women, how Stoic confidence can help you. If you do this right, you'll see an instant change in how women treat you and how you see yourself as a man. Before we go any further, please subscribe if you're ready to use the power of Stoicism to change how you deal with relationships. Each video is a step toward changing the way you think and making connections that are stronger and more important. Men often think they're being polite, respectful, or laid back when they say things like, "We can do whatever you want," or "I don't know what you prefer, I'm fine with anything." It sounds harmless, but here's the harsh truth. They're actually hurting themselves every time they speak. When you say something like this, you lose any sense of masculine presence, certainty, or power. These words don't just hit women, they make them feel what they mean. Doubt and inaction. A man who doesn't trust himself enough to take the lead are two magic words that will quickly lose your interest. Women are naturally drawn to men who are sure of themselves, clarity and direction, not because they need to be controlled, mind you, because a man who knows what he wants and moves with purpose is a man they can trust, and trust is what makes people want to be with you. So what are the two words that transform the way women see you right away? Two easy words. I want, but they mean a lot. At first, it might not seem important, but think about it. How many guys just say what they want without any doubt? How many men? If they say what they want without asking for permission or approval, almost no one will say yes. That's why this works. When you say, "I want," you're doing something most men are afraid to do. You're owning your wants and making it clear that you have no shame in saying what you want. That alone sets you apart from the 99% of men who tread carefully and hope to be chosen instead of the two magic words. Take charge of your own reality. Most guys are always doubting themselves and walk on eggshells around women because they don't want to be seen as too much or too aggressive. But here's what they don't understand. It's not about aggression, it's about certainty. A woman can feel the same way when a man isn't sure of himself as when he is. The difference is night and day. Instead of asking, "Where do you want to eat?" say, "I want sushi, let's go to that new downtown." Instead of asking, "Do you want to hang out this weekend?" say, "I want to see you this weekend, let's make it happen." You're not asking for permission or waiting to be led. You're making your goals clear, directly, and without any hesitancy, which doesn't happen very often. This isn't about being selfish or not caring about what she wants. A real man listens, changes, and values what a woman says, but he doesn't weaken himself to please her. He doesn't hide behind uncertainty in the hopes that she'll make all the choices for him. This is where Stoicism comes in. The great Stoics knew this, Sine Epicus by Marcus Aurelius. Above all, they believed that you should be in charge of your own thoughts, actions, and decisions. A Stoic doesn't wait around hoping that the world will give him what he wants. He doesn't wait for other people to approve of his plans before he acts. He speaks with purpose, acts with certainty, and embraces. It doesn't matter if a woman responds positively or not. What counts is that you took responsibility for your role as a man which is exactly what women respect. From now on, make that a rule. Involve no one else in making choices. Do not wait to be led. Do not be afraid to stay your wishes. Saying "I want" can change everything. Now that you know how powerful it is, let's talk about how to actually use it. Most guys get this wrong. They think they're being smooth, but in reality they sound like they're asking for permission instead of leading with certainty. For example, if you want to ask a woman out, they might say, "Hey, if you're free, maybe we could hang out sometime." This sounds harmless, but let's be honest, it's weak. It's how to use them passively that makes all of how to use Stoicism in dating. You put all the power in her hands while you stand there and wait for her to decide your fate. Women feel that uncertainty and they lose interest right away. Here's how a confident guy moves. "I'd like to take you to dinner this Friday. Don't hesitate or wait for approval. Just say it straight out." See the difference? You're not pleading for her time or throwing away a week if you want, like a man who isn't sure of himself. You're making a statement, and statements get people's attention. This is the energy of a man who knows exactly what he wants and isn't afraid to say it. Think about it. How many men do you know who actually act and speak with this much conviction? Almost none, which is why it works. But let's go even deeper. This isn't just about dating, it's about how you act as a man in business, social situations, leadership, and everything else. Weak men wait for the right time to act because they're afraid of making the wrong choice. But a man who acts and speaks with conviction and isn't afraid to own his mistakes is strong. When you're talking to a woman you like, never be vague or uncertain. That's what her heart wants. Weak men do it, and weak men don't care about them. Most guys hurt themselves right away. They think they're being nice, but all they do is sound unsure, needy, and forgettable. "Hey, maybe we could talk sometime," doesn't make her interested. Instead, it says, "I'm afraid of re-objection, so I'll leave the decision in your hands," which is exactly why she loses interest. Now compare that to a man who says, "I want to get to know you better. Let's grab a coffee this week." See the difference? No hesitation, no final thoughts, maybe no. If you want just a clear, confident statement, this instantly makes you more attractive because it shows certainty, leadership, and self-respect. 3 traits that naturally command attention. And here's the brutal truth. Women are wired to respect men who take the lead. Not because they're looking for a dictator, but because confidence signals strength, and strength is magnetic. Most men are terrified of rejection, so they tiptoe around what they actually want. But the guy who speaks with boldness and clarity, that's the guy who stands out. And in a world full of weak, hesitant men, standing out is everything. Once you passed the initial phase and into something real, that simple phrase, "I want," becomes even more lethal. Now, it's not just about making her feel attraction, it's about building something lasting. Let's be honest for a second. Too many men fall into the trap of being passive. They sit back and wait for things to happen, hoping they won't mess things up. Take this typical response, whatever you prefer, is fine. You think you're being easygoing, but in reality, you're showing that you're afraid of taking charge. You're telling her that her wants matter more than yours, which puts you in a position of weakness now. Think of you're no longer in the back seat of the relationship. You've taken charge and shown her that your time is valuable and you want to make the most of it with her. This isn't about manipulation, it's about intention. You're not just going along with the flow hoping she sets the pace. You're stepping up, being decisive, and showing that you want to build something that matters. There are 2 sides to you. One is a passive placeholder, and the other is a man with a vision. Women respect a man with a vision because it shows that he values his time, values hers, and knows what he wants from the relationship. That's how you build something solid, not just attraction. Link for real, I want to hear from you right now. Type "I want" in the comments, not just to get people to respond, but also to help you believe it. Writing it down makes it real, and if you're serious about leveling up, tell me one thing you're going to start saying to yourself every day. It could be your goals, how confident you are, the people you know. I will be reading the comments, so don't just watch, participate. Let's see who is really paying attention. Now let's be clear, confidence is not arrogance. Too many men mix them up, thinking that being brave means being in. Trust me, there's a thin line between the two, and confidence is not arrogance. Crossing it will end your chances before they even start. Saying, "I want it," shows that you're sure of yourself, but if you come off as demanding, rude, or entitled, it will backfire. No one wants to feel like they're being controlled or manipulated. Building confidence on respect and empathy is key to keeping things real. So let's break it down using, this isn't about controlling her or the situation, Ian. It's about being clear and decisive without acting like an emotional tyrant. You're telling her what you want, but you're also giving her a chance to say what she wants, and that balance is what makes you irresistible. Here's an example that's bold, clear, and confident. I want us to go out to dinner tomorrow. But what if she says she's busy? How you respond will determine how you come across. No worries, how about Saturday instead? Boom. Now you're showing that you know what you want, but are also flexible and not trying to force the situation. Since you're not a diamat and not a tyrant either, you're flexible. Women respect a man who knows what he wants, but they also respect a man who listens to them. Not being able to or ready to change is a huge turn-off. You'll come across as selfish, which is never attractive. This is where I want's real power lies. It's not enough to just say what you want. You also need to encourage her to say what she wants. When you're honest and sure of yourself, you make it easy for her to say what she wants. This is the basis for a relationship based on mutual understanding, not manipulation. This moving question mark, if you can master this, you'll not only get her attention, but you'll also build something meaningful, because the goal isn't to get someone to like you, it's to make something real and satisfying for both of you. That's where real power lies, and that's where the Stoic mindset comes in. It's about knowing what you can control and not letting anything shake your inner resolve. You can't change how she responds, but you can change how you act. Being firm, polite, and honest is how you take the lead without losing your own identity. This, my friend, is the kind of power that leads to real relationships, not just attraction. Here's the fact that most guys don't want to hear: how you say something, not just what you say, says a lot. Your tone and mood say a lot. Men usually think that saying the words is enough to make it happen, but that's not how it works. If you sound like you're telling her what to do, you'll lose her respect right away. That's not confidence. That sounds like anger, but it's really insecurity. You want to sound cool, not like you're some kind of warrior. You need to show confidence without becoming cocky. When you say "I want," you're not just telling her what you want. The power is in how you say it. You want to sound clear and respectful, so you don't seem controlling or pushy. Instead, you want to show that you know what you want, but are also willing to listen to her point of view. It's a balance that I promise you won't be easy to achieve, but when you do, you'll see the difference. In this situation, it's not about being nice or making her happy. It's about giving her the space and respect she deserves. At that point, you'll stop being just another guy and start being someone she wants to follow. It's time to put these two words to the test in the real world. This is where most guys fail. They hear something useful, nod their heads, and then do exactly what you say about your next move and the final task. There is nothing else with it but you. If you want to stand out, you have to do something. Here's my challenge. Use "I want" at least 5 times a day for the next week. It doesn't have to be in big moments that will change my life. Start slowly. Say it when you're talking to women with friends, even if it's just for a quick chat. Say it when you're getting food and making plans. Take responsibility for what you say, and this is what will happen. People will treat you differently. They'll respect you as a man who knows what he wants. More women will notice something different about you. You'll have an energy that most guys don't have, because confidence isn't just a state of mind. It's something people feel when they're around you. But listen, this only works if you do it. Knowledge without action is useless. There is only one difference between men who keep fighting and men who take charge of their lives. One acts and the other doesn't. Here are 2 things I want you to do. Leave a comment below with a real-life example of how you'll use "I want" this week, and then come back and tell me what happened. If you don't see a change, you didn't do it right, so try again. This is how you start taking control of your life. No more hesitating or waiting for things to happen to you. Go after what you want, or stay where you are. Now that you know how to instantly attract women with just 2 words, let's step it up even more. There are 3 forbidden compliments that can make women feel deeply attracted to you, but most guys don't know how to use them correctly. Right now, click the video on your screen to learn these strong compliments and how to use them to make women fall in love with you. Don't miss this one, and before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.